Hello, Nigeria. It's nice to have you join us. I'm Elizabeth Omori. You know, each edition features human interest stories that capture challenges, achievements, personal, corporate, and national concerns. Today's lineup is in that direction. On Newsline tonight, we identify with special people. Of course, we never stop celebrating them. We will sound loud and clear, talk about their successes and achievements to the world. Plus, social and corporate events. And of course, it's the season of love and sharing. So, we will tell you all you need to know about persons and organizations who are making people happy already. A potpourri, you would agree. We'll bring you up to speed after the news with Claire Adelabu Abdurazak. Hello, Claire.
Hello, Lizzie, and I can tell you one fight we can't stop fighting is corruption. And that's why we're beginning with the anti-corruption fight here in Abuja. The youths in Africa have been challenged to take ownership of the renewed battle against corruption by pooling their energies towards ensuring that Africa's resources remain on the continent and utilized effectively for public good. President Muhammadu Buhari, through the challenge and the launch of the Africa Youth Congress Against Corruption, emphasized that reversing the negative trends of the menace and its implications is very much in the hands of young people. State House correspondent Musambu reports that the event has as a theme Youth in the Fight Against Corruption.
The Congress, being attended by youth crusaders against corruption and other financial crimes from across the African continent, was put together by President Muhammadu Buhari as champion of the 2018 African Anti-Corruption Year. It is a grand rallying point to catalyze policy ideas and practical action against the vice of corruption. President Buhari noted with delight that in the build-up to the Abuja Congress, some young people have demonstrated the zeal and determination to push the boundaries of innovation in the pursuit for greater accountability towards building the Africa we want.
This fight against corruption is yours to lead and to win. I am confident that you will give due support to the continental strategies to stem illicit financial flows out of Africa, expedite stolen assets recovery and return. By so doing, accountability and change will begin with you and me.
Sharing with the participants what he believes are the ABC of fighting corruption, the president looks forward to receiving from them an agenda for action that will serve as a rallying cry of the African youth towards a corrupt-free Africa.
My highly esteemed young brothers and sisters, as Africa promotes regional integration and global prosperity, corruption remains a major stumbling block. We must therefore fight it from all angles and avenues without ceasing. And only a united front led by the African youth can change this present narrative to a great story of African transformation. Let us all move from talk to action.
The Congress is expected to come up with what the president called the Creed of Transparency to be forwarded to the next summit of the African Union in Ethiopia. Nigeria's Minister of Justice, Abubakar Malami, as well as the acting chairman of the EFCC, Ibrahim Magu, were emphatic that the level of corruption in Africa is high, but with the unwavering political will and commitment by President Muhammadu Buhari as African anti-graft champion, the narrative is changing.
Without killing corruption, there can be no sustainable development or transformation in Africa.
We in Nigeria, anti-corruption agencies shall never betray the anti-corruption mandate given to us by the people and the government of Nigeria. We will remain firm and resolute as we confront corruption boldly and courageously, until all corrupt elements and their destructive practices are defeated.
There were goodwill messages from the United Nations Office on Drugs and Crimes, as well as the African Union Commission.
I would like to ask all of you to applaud His Excellency, Mr. President. We are proud of you, Excellency.
During the opening ceremony, a panel of discussants from Nigeria, Kenya and the Gambia showcased what the African youngsters are doing in the fight against corruption through their various platforms. Several other panel of discussions and keynote speeches are to be taken during the two-day event, expected to round off with the adoption of Pan-African Youth Declaration on the fight against corruption. From the State House, Adamu Sambu, NTA News.
And youths attending the African Youth Congress Against Corruption at the State House, Abuja, convened by President Muhammadu Buhari, say they have realized the damage that corruption is doing to their destiny and are ready to actively participate in stopping it. Foreign Desk correspondent Mahmoud Simon Macham engaged the youths on how they intend to make this change.
The appointment of President Muhammadu Buhari as the African anti-corruption champion by the African Union has seen him engaging many heads of states in Africa and elsewhere, as well as international organizations, on how to stop corruption and recover looted African funds.
Africa has enough resources to turn things around. You know, the same way looking at how they have leveraged on tech to change things in society, do things that government did least expected.
And I think the whole idea of this Congress is to examine what young people should do as themselves. Let's not always point the finger out to leaders, to the state, to institutions, but also to do some self-reflection.
We need to go down to the root. What is corruption? People think corruption is just stealing the money. There's favoritism, there's nepotism, everything.
Minister of Foreign Affairs Jeffrey Onyema says the campaign by President Muhammadu Buhari is receiving acceptance, particularly among African youths.
Sensitization, starting early and developing a completely different narrative.
Experts believe that some reorientation needs to be done to enable the youth unlearn some of the wrong orientation they may have been exposed to, which glorifies quick money and, of course, cutting corners in both public and private life. From the conference center of the State House, Mahmoud Simon Macham, NTA News.
And President Muhammadu Buhari has constituted a Presidential Implementation Committee on Autonomy of State Legislature and State Judiciary in accordance with the fourth alteration to the 1999 Constitution. The purpose of the committee, which is to drive the actualization of the autonomy granted to the legislature and judiciary at the state level, has the Attorney General of the Federation and Minister of Justice, Abubakar Malami San, as chairman, while Senator Itainang, the senior special assistant to the President on National Assembly Matters, is to serve as secretary. Other members include representatives of states' judiciary and legislatures, as well as other interest groups. Terms of reference of the committee include, among others, to assess and review the level of compliance by all the 36 states of the Federation with Section 121, subsection 3 of the 1999 Constitution as amended, to monitor, ensure, and cause the implementation of financial autonomy across the judiciary and legislature of the 36 states. And President Muhammadu Buhari has lauded Nigerians for curbing excessive taste for foreign products, which has positioned the country for food self-sufficiency and resulted into savings of more than $21 billion. A statement by the Special Advisor to the President on Media and Publicity, Femi Adesina, says the President was reacting to latest disclosure by the Central Bank Governor Godwin Emefiele on Nigeria emerging from being a net importer of rice to a major producer through the Anchor Borrowers scheme. The program also generated more than 2.5 million jobs. Describing the development as heartwarming, the President said it was just a matter of time before significantly positive impact will be made in the statistics of the unemployed in the country, particularly from the agriculture sector, adding that enormous savings will be deployed to other critical areas like infrastructure, education, healthcare, and many others. And Vice President Yemi Osinbajo will be addressing a group of notable German business leaders in Berlin, Germany, tomorrow, Monday, December the 10th. A statement by Senior Special Assistant to the President in Media and Publicity, La Luakonde, says the Vice President will be speaking on the potentials of the Nigerian market and the gains recorded by the country through its ease of doing business reforms. He would, among other engagements, also meet with key German financial sector executives with interest in investing in Nigeria and other business leaders in sectors including agricultural seeds production, technology, renewable energy. The meetings will consolidate on the outcome of the German Chancellor Angela Merkel's visit to Nigeria in August earlier this year. The Berlin Business Interactions with the VP is being organized by the Nigerian Embassy in Berlin in conjunction with the German African Business Association. Also, the Vice President will be in London on Tuesday, December the 11th, where he will feature at the Royal Society Investment Forum hosted by Jeune Afrique Media Group. It's themed Investing in Africa. And from there, he would also proceed to Cairo, Egypt, where he will be representing President Muhammadu Buhari later in the week at the first Intra-African Fair IATF, which will be taking place in Cairo from 11th to 17th December. And Erisco Foods Limited is leading the concept of promoting cooperation between the manufacturing sector and the military towards achieving peace and sustainable development. And to this end, the Chief Executive of Erisco Foods Limited, Eric Umofia, has signed a memorandum of understanding with the Defense Research and Development Bureau to facilitate that. Here is Musa Abubakar to tell us more.
These are troops of the Nigerian army at war front fighting to rid the country of bad elements. This is not a war that can only be won by equipment, but also essentials such as food. It is in realization of this that Erisco Foods Limited is contracted to ensure that Nigerian military are adequately fed to win the war against insurgency. This ready-to-eat 3-square meals made without chemicals have rice, spaghetti, gari mix contained in one pack. What's so exceptional about the meal packs is they come with 2 warmers, which makes it possible for one to heat up the meals before eating.
Oh, I see.
Very strategic and important to us that we are part of the people that are feeding our nation, feeding our military that is fighting to defeat. I assure you from now on, the defeat is a sure because they are full, they are happy to conquer our enemies, and surely it shall come to end very soon.
You decide what you give to your soldiers, the quality of the food. If you decide to import it, you might not get the right quality, and it could be tampered with, which might adversely affect your soldiers.
The choice of Erisco Foods Limited is a deliberate action by the federal government in its quest to promote local content and indigenous manufacturers.
That was Musa Abubakar. And we move on to wife of the President, Aisha Muhammadu Buhari, has called on well-meaning Nigerians to invest in the education of children, particularly orphans and other less privileged children, to enhance their future for the overall development of the country. Mrs. Buhari stated this at the inauguration of the modern orphanage in Maiduguri, built by the wife of the Borno State Governor, Nana Kashim Shatima, to complement Mrs. Buhari's efforts of improving the lives of women and children. State House correspondent Adamo Aliu Kabir Ashutsi reports.
The construction of the modern orphanage and school in Maiduguri is conceived by the wife of the governor, Nana Shatima, under her project known as Support Widows, Orphans and Sangaya Children's Ward, aimed at improving the lives of women and children. The school is established in Maiduguri, Borno State capital, equipped with a state-of-the-art facilities capable of enhancing teaching and learning for the betterment of the children. The pupils are purely orphans, sourced from different parts of the state. Majority are victims of insurgency and is expected to serve as a model in the state. with the aim of supporting Mrs. Buhari's initiative of providing quality education to Nigerian children through her Future Assured program. Inaugurating the project, the wife of the president applauded the initiative of the governor's wife and promised to give her all the necessary support in achieving her dreams.
I thank all the women of Borno State. I would also like to congratulate Her Excellency Mrs. Nana Shetima for actualizing her dream out of the passion that she has for women and children in Borno State. She will be able to come up with an orphanage center that will cater for so many children. May God bless the orphanage and bless the children.
We shall continue to provide all the necessary support to you and to your dear husband to ensure your victory at the poll come 2019. This is to enable you continue with your laudable programs and achievement of the APC-led administration for the betterment of the nation.
The wife of the president also inaugurated a model school for orphans named after her. Initiated by the governor of Borno State, Kashim Shettima, the project is one of the 28 model schools constructed by him to complement President Muhammadu Buhari's administration, transforming the education sector for the betterment of Nigerians.
Beautiful, thank you.
Equipped with the necessary tools to enhance teaching and learning, the facility will cater for the children of the displaced persons, especially Fulani Bororoji, Hanagamba, as well as girl child and orphans. Mrs. Buhari also visited Government Girls College Maiduguri, upgraded by the governor to meet global standards for the benefit of the children. Mrs. Buhari was also given an award of excellence in recognition of her humanitarian activities by Governor Kashim Shettima. The wife of the president inspected her own project, the construction of orphanage comprising both primary and secondary schools for the benefit of the victims of insurgency in the Northeast. She expressed satisfaction with the level of work done at the site. In Maiduguri, Borno State capital, Aliu Kabir, NTA News.
And we turn attention now to Akwa Ibom State, where the senator representing Akwa Ibom Northwest Senatorial District, Godswill Akpabio, is assuring President Muhammadu Buhari of a resounding victory in Akwa Ibom State, going by his commitment to the transformation of Nigeria. Senator Akpabio gave the assurance at his solemn assembly to flag off his senatorial election campaign and inauguration of Ikodekmene Senatorial District of the All Progressives Congress APC Campaign Council. Imoe Tumudo reports.
On the heels of the celebration, Senator Godswill Akpabio said the 2019 presidential election will be a reward for hard work and service for President Muhammadu Buhari. He noted that the impact of the APC-led federal government in Akwa Ibom State and the South-South region at large is unprecedented, hence the collective resolve by the people of the region to support President Buhari's re-election in 2019.
I think the president is on track, and that is why in my state and across the entire Niger Delta and South-South, we will surprise Nigerians with the votes that will give to President Muhammadu Buhari.
The state chairman of the All Progressives Congress, APC, Mr. Ini Okobido, later inaugurated the Ikodekmene Senatorial District APC Campaign Council with Dr. Chris Akpan as the Director General.
This senatorial district must give Mr. President all the votes. You must give all the votes to our governorship candidates.
At the solemn assembly, Bishop of Ikono Diocese of the Methodist Church Nigeria, Reverend Usen Akpanenwa, speaking on the theme, "Oh, sing a new song to the Lord, for he has worked wonders," said God will lead Senator Akpabio and the APC family to victory in 2019. There were intercessory prayers in Okana, a Synodum Lugu government area, Akwa Ibom State. Imo Etimudo, NTA News.
And President Muhammadu Buhari sends warm greetings to former Chief of Naval Staff, Vice Admiral Jubril Ayinla, who turns 70 on December 10, 2018. In a statement signed by Special Assistant, Media and Publicity Femi Adesina, President Buhari congratulates Vice Admiral Ayinla for his outstanding military career with many decorations for gallantry and outstanding leadership and his contributions to the development of Nigeria, which includes serving as Minister of Commerce and Tourism and Minister of Health. The President joins family, friends, and professional colleagues of the former Chief of Naval Staff in celebrating the many years of hard work, sacrifice, discipline that culminated in his reaching the peak of his military career. And time now for sports. New record set in swimming at 19th National Sports Festival, just as anti-corruption marathon holds Monday in Abuja. Here is Samanzi Marcos with the rest of the story.
More winners have continued to emerge at the 19th National Sports Festival in Abuja as it enters day 4 on Monday. In swimming, Delta State are leading with Ndakwe Oyendafeya setting a new festival record of 2 minutes 40.28 seconds in butterfly women, erasing the 2 minutes 48.51 record set in 2006 by Obia Iyengiye Kabo of River State.
Not easy. So whatever they said 1 million, you have to work harder to get the 1 million. That is how I work harder to win this gold medal.
Team Kano in Taekwondo are topping the medal table with 3 gold medals, followed by Team Lagos with 1 gold, 2 silver and 2 bronze medals, totaling 5 medals, while Team KB are third with 1 gold medal.
I think it's a sign of encouragement after how many years of the festival being postponed. And you can see that every athlete, every stakeholders in this competition are happy.
Meanwhile, more than 2,000 runners are expected to compete in the maiden anti-corruption half marathon in Abuja on Monday. The half marathon starts at the Eagle Square at 7 a.m. according to chairman of the main organizing committee, Jacob Onu, while addressing a press conference at the Abuja National Stadium.
Marathon races are very popular and draw large crowd. Hence, the choice to use it to create massive awareness on this fight by drawing all segments of our society together to march against this evil, corruption.
1 million naira is the prize money for the men and women categories of the 21 kilometers race. With sports update, Amanzi Marcus, NTA News.
And President Muhammadu Buhari received on Sunday a condolence message and assurance of support in the fight against terrorism from His Majesty King Abdullah bin al-Hussein II of Jordan, who prayed for peace and calm in Nigeria and throughout the African region. According to a statement signed by the Special Advisor on Media and Publicity, Garba Shehu, in a telephone conversation, King Abdullah, who is from the Hashemite family of Jordan, commended the Nigerian army for its courage and resilience in the face of challenges in fighting extremist terrorism. President Buhari gave the assurance of continuing to work towards the restoration of peace in the Lake Chad region and commended King Abdullah for his support and steadfastness in global effort against terrorism, describing the collaboration between Jordan and Nigeria and the rest of Africa as very beneficial. And on a solemn note, President Muhammadu Buhari has condoled the government and people of Kaduna State over the demise of Senator Mukhtar Ahmed Arua, who represented Kaduna Central constituency in 1999 on the platform of the All People's Party APP, and in 2003 on the ticket of the All Nigeria's People's Party ANPP. The president also commiserates with the National Assembly, family, friends, and political associates of the deceased, recounting the many contributions of the senator to the growth of democracy in Nigeria, especially during his days at the legislature. The president prays that the Almighty God grants Senator Arua's soul eternal rest and comfort his family. And the death has also been announced of Right Honorable Maria Amedu Aikulola, a two-time member of Benue State House of Assembly and former chairman House Service and Women Committee. As an accomplished public servant and community leader, she commenced her public service as a film editor in the Nigerian Television Authority in both Jos and Kaduna stations. Burial arrangements are as follows. Thursday, 13th December, service of songs and wake at her residence in Makurdi, Benue State. Friday, 14th December, Requiem Mass at Our Lady of Perpetual Cathedral, Makurdi, by 8 o'clock in the morning. Thereafter, body proceeds to Okpoku local government area for funeral mass at St. Bernard Catholic Church before her interment at her residence. She is survived by 4 children, relatives and in-laws, among whom is Magnus Onyibe, a former NTA staff and commissioner in Delta State. You're watching the Network News, and time now for a quick check on the weather details for Monday across the country.
Welcome to the weather forecast from the Nigerian Meteorological Agency. I am Susan Opara. The suspended dust particles in the atmosphere are gradually clearing, and with observed strong winds at low levels, we expect better visibilities, especially over the extreme northern parts of the country within the next 24 hours, accompanied by colder nights. Although the northeastern part of the country may still experience some level of dust, which may not necessarily affect Monday's activities over this region. Hence, visibility ranges should be within 2 to 5 kilometers, not threatening at all. The central cities have possibilities for slight dust haze due to already trapped dust particles in the atmosphere over this region. Conversely, we expect hazy condition over the inland cities with patches of clouds, although the coastal cities have possibilities for early morning mist and fog, which may not last long before sun rises, giving room for partly cloudy condition during the afternoon and evening hours. Next on the forecast is the temperature details. Please stay tuned, and thank you for watching. Bye for now.
And that ends the news. Lisbeth's bag is full of compelling stories to watch on Newsline tonight, so I advise you stay tuned. But she'll be back after the break.
Going up? Of course you are. And why not? With Glow Internet, built on Africa's largest wholly owned metro fiber network, the sky is, well, it is rather unlimited. Up is upbeat, seamless. Up is quick and easy access to all your favorite apps and entertainment. And there is no downside on a network committed to upping your fun and productivity. Get quick on the uptake, my friend, and upset the odds in your favor. Because on Glow, up isn't an upgrade. It is the upgrade. Going up?
Glow 4G LTE. These data plans are available to all new customers and existing customers who renew their plans. Dial *777#. Welcome to the new speed of life.
Milk cubes contains calcium and other essential minerals for growth, healthy bones, and strong teeth. It costs 5 naira per cube and 50 naira for a pack of 10. Erisco milk cubes, made in Nigeria by Erisco Foods Limited.
Happy retirement, Uncle. So what's the
plan for retirement? Any ideas yet?
Fumi, I really do not know, but I do know I want to see the world with your auntie.
If you are newly retired or about to retire, think no further than the FBN Insurance Guaranteed Lifetime Retirement Income Plan. Visit www.fbninsurance.com.
Wow, that's salary for life.
Exactly, Uncle.
Nachiko Gari dey for inside 3-in-1 sachet wey be the original Ijebu Gari with milk and sugar. E dey for small cubes dem wey you fit dey chocolate everywhere you dey. And na 15 naira only. Whether you be farmer, bricklayer or office worker, Nachiko Gari na the correct wakis for you. E follow come for 4-in-1 pack wey get milk, sugar, groundnut or chocolate inside. Na Erisco Foods be the first to make am. E full everywhere for Nigeria and e dey very affordable. Nachiko Gari, made in Nigeria by Erisco Foods Limited.
The National Assembly Joint Committee on Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC, hereby invites civil society organizations, non-governmental organizations, all registered political parties represented by chairman or secretary, and the general public to a one-day public hearing on vote buying and improved electoral processes in Nigeria. Date, Monday, 10th December 2018. Venue, Conference Hall, 231, New Senate Building. Time, 10 a.m. prompt. All memorandums to be submitted in 25 hard copies and a soft copy on or before Monday, 10th December in room 4.7, 4th floor, Senate Directorate, White House, National Assembly, Abuja. For more inquiries, contact the committee clerk on these numbers. Senator Dr. Suleiman Mohammed Nasir, Committee Chairman, Honorable Aishatu Jubri Duku, Co-Chairman, Announcer.
It's morning in Africa, and spirits are high as the continent prepares to move yet another 1 million tons of goods to markets across the seas. 4 time zones, 1 million opportunities, and vibrant young professionals 100 million strong. It's morning in Africa. One bank is opening the door to endless opportunities. With seamless Pan-African payment and trade solutions, presence in Europe, Asia, and the Middle East, we are Africa's gateway to the world. Access Bank. Speed, service, security.
The Independent Corrupt Practices and Other Related Offences Commission, ICPC, through its training arm, the Anti-Corruption Academy of Nigeria, is conducting a corruption risk assessment training for the leadership of the National Anti-Corruption Agencies of African Union countries from 10th to 12th December 2018. The event will be declared open by President Muhammadu Buhari. Venue, State House Conference Center, Old Banquet Hall. Time 10 a.m. Guests are to be seated by 9:15 a.m. Dr. Musa Usman Abubakar, Acting Chairman, Announcer.
Thanks for staying on the line. Istanbul, the commercial city of Turkey, played host to dignitaries from around the world who converged to chart a way forward for the tourism industry, a new path that will ensure sustainable development and eradicate poverty around the world. Anthony Forson from Istanbul, Turkey, says it was not all about deliberations and meetings. The delegates also took time off to visit tourist sites.
Delegates who are attending the third UNWTO UNESCO Conference on Tourism and Culture were taken on a guided tour of historic sites in Istanbul. Hagia Sophia, whose name means Holy Wisdom, is a domed monument originally built as a cathedral in Constantinople, now Istanbul, in the 6th century AD. It contains 2 floors centered on a giant nave that has a great dome ceiling along with smaller ones towering above. Hagia Sophia's dimensions are formidable for any structure not built on steel, standing at 108 feet in diameters. Under the Latin Empire, it was converted to the Roman Catholic Cathedral. Between 1453 and 1931, it was converted to a mosque during the Ottoman reign. By February 1935, it was secularized and opened as a museum. Hagia Sophia, as of 2014, was the second most visited museum in Turkey, attracting almost 3.3 million visitors annually. Minister of Information and Culture Lai Mohammed and his Ghanaian counterpart were guided on the tour.
So it was a church, it was a mosque, and today it's a museum. So when it was a church, it was not Catholic, it was not Orthodox, because it was built in the 6th century, it was just a church. Then when there was a division between Catholic and Orthodox, this became the center of the Orthodox Church. And since 1934, it's a museum. Probably because you're in this business, you know, it's always a card. I mean, sometimes we have the Greek Orthodox, they say, oh no, I want to go and pray where Constantine prayed. I'm sorry, it's a museum.
From Hagia Sophia, the delegates proceeded to the Basilica Cistern. This subterranean structure was built in 532. Like most sites in Istanbul, the cistern has an unusual history. It was designed to service the Great Palace and environs with water. It has a storage capacity of 80,000 cubic meters of water distributed through a 20-kilometer network. It was opened to the public in 1987 as one of the city's most popular tourist attractions.
We are going to see the Medusas and then we will come back here, okay?
The story of the cistern cannot be complete without the story of Medusa, which some accounts say was the only Gorgon to possess snake locks because they were a punishment.
This is actually the cradle of civilization, and that the history of the world is much more complex and deeper than we are made to believe. And it helps when you come to a place like this, then you can really read the real story, and you can tell the real story. This is a civilization of more than 1,400 years.
So for us as Nigerians, what can we learn from this?
Well, what we can learn from this is that every country has its own story, and we should be allowed to tell our own stories, and then we should also invest in preserving our traditions and our culture.
No doubt, cultural monuments have great economic potential we must harness as. It is not often that we see nations building bilateral relations through arts. Nigeria and Spain have one of such rare moments and displayed out recently at the Zuma Film Festival. Tochi Oputa was there for Newsline.
Comme tu dis, 9e symphonie, fait un écho chez tout le monde. Et après, les gens...
Messaging is an inherent element of any work of art. Where the underlying message is in an art form on screen, it is more distinctive. The Zuma Film Festival on its third day played host to the Spanish Embassy in Abuja to promote screen productions from their country. the embassy took a different route from the expectations of the guests. Rather than the anticipated feature film, they thought to promote the importance of brotherhood through a documentary titled Dancing Beethoven. Dancing Beethoven is a 2017 documentary that traces back the revival of the Ninth Symphony, a 1960 ballet choreography created by Maurice Berger, founder of the 20th Century Ballet and other dance companies. Director of the documentary, Arangza Aguirre, in 2014, followed the Ballet Berger-Lausanne, the Tokyo Ballet, and the Israel Philharmonic Orchestra from the takeoff of this choreographic work to their first performance in Tokyo.
This is a movie that can go everywhere, but because everybody is going to understand the message, and that is want to promote the relationship between Spain and Africa.
The message of the film, Dancing Beethoven, is that we are brothers and sisters, that we don't have difference between them.
That is a kind of experiencing the cinematic excellence of those who are in the industry, and people can create some linkages with other partners across the globe.
Though it was not the usual entertaining drama, guests sat all the way to the end credits and had no regrets at all.
It was a good work. It was really captivating. It was quite emotional for me, watching the amount of work they put into, doing what they really enjoy doing.
Years after its creation, the work of 250 artists, dancers, singers, and musicians from all over the world still emphasize the unbreakable circle of life through dance.
No doubt we must sell our story to the world. The Nigerian film industry is growing in leaps and bounds, and such bilateral ties between Nigeria and Spain is a step in the right direction. Politicians, under the guise of restructuring, should better start thinking of strategies that would impact positively on their citizens if they want to bridge the already existing trust gap between the government and citizens. You may be wondering why this advice is coming at the award night by the Nigerian Institute of Public Relations, where prospects and challenges facing the practice in Nigeria were appraised. Emmanuel Ayimiro will tell us why.
Practitioners, after an exhaustive deliberation, agreed that only good policies and programs of government at all levels can restore credibility and integrity of members of the political class.
Kebbi here, a state in the desert, has just turned adversity to prosperity. Last year, because of the alliance between Lagos and Kebbi, that state, quote me, made 120 billion naira from the sale of rice. All that state got from Abuja last year was lower than 48 billion. So for those who are making noise about restructuring and the rest of them, start your own development now. There must be power transfer with responsibility. Otherwise, we just turn governance to emperors.
The trust that we are saying doesn't exist anymore used to exist at some point. So what do? We need to retrace our steps, try to find out where we derailed and take it up from there.
To promote the ideals of public relations and to continue to build an enduring brand image and reputation for the Institute, 6 individuals were recognized for outstanding performance in their various field.
It's a collective responsibility. It's going to be a teamwork. We all recognize what has to be done, but we set out to start doing what we have to do to bridge the trust gap.
We usually take it very seriously, especially the operators in the oil industry, and we make sure that they carry out their practices in line with the best practices all over the world.
The Nigerian Institute of Public Relations is working towards bridging trust gap in governance ahead of the general elections through media advocacy and setting of trust agenda.
Thank you, Emmanuel. It is an annual event of Zenith Bank PLC. Every year, the bank rolls out the drums and spreads the red carpet for thousands of youths to have the best of fun and excitement. Wondering why? It is to celebrate Christmas. This year's event, which is the 13th in the series, is aimed at supporting the development of education of the Nigerian child. Ime Udori, who was there, tells us that the theme of this year's celebration is "It's Digital, It's My Future." A report is presented from our studio.
The popular Eco Hotel roundabout and Ajose Adogun Street were locked down by children and their host, Zenith Bank PLC, in celebration of the end-of-the-year activity. The entire street was fully decorated and games provided for the children to engage meaningfully. There is always something new to look forward to at this road carnival. Omotola and Temitola are regular faces at the Zenith Bank Christmas Youth Parade. Every year, they come here to have fun with many other children. The annual event has provided them the platform to establish friendship and share in the joy of the season.
It's fun and much better than last year.
A lot of gifts, a lot of food, and we're going to see Santa Claus, and it's really fun.
I like to see new people. I make new friends.
Over 25 schools, alternative care homes, and family-like care centers within Lagos took part in the parade.
Every year, we look forward to this very colorful and memorable event.
In this digital era, selfies are the in thing. I would like to say a very big thank you to the management of Zenith Bank for giving us the opportunity to come together once again.
Dance artist Kafi, unicyclers, and popular musician Faust the Bad Guy thrilled the children with their special performances. For management of the bank, the annual youth parade is a partnership to champion the cause that will engender the development of the Nigerian child.
For the youth to know that we have a lot of prospects in this country. We want them to know that hard work pays. We want them to know that commitment, that focus and loyalty to your country pays.
Something that you've done consecutively for 13 years, it's no longer just CSR, it is part of the brand.
The Zenith Bank Youth Parade has succeeded in promoting cultural, ethnic and religious harmony among children.
CYP 2018!
It's the season of love, and love is already in the air. I know you can feel it as well. But it goes beyond that. Just make someone happy this season. The much talked about Christmas fun fair organized by NTA Abeokuta has kicked off with a road show across Abeokuta metropolis. Here are the highlights through the camera lens of Lukman Adefeso.
NTA Abeokuta, in collaboration with Parking by Radisson, supported by Airtel, rolled out the drums to welcome Father Christmas to the Rock City, Abeokuta. The Christmas family show kicked off from Parking by Radisson Kuto through major streets of Abeokuta. It was fun all the way as the carnival train embarked on the roadshow to major markets and schools, with Father Christmas sharing gifts and candies. The joy of the children knew no bounds. This year's Father Christmas show promises lots of fun and exciting moments at Parking by Radisson, with mouth-watering gifts as children and families visit the grotto.
For the children, there's going to be lots of gifts for them. There's going to be so much fun. There's going to be the bouncing castle. There's going to be train ride for them. Then they have these horses, that they can also enjoy themselves riding upon. It's going to be so much fun. Now, security is guaranteed for the children. Parents can come, drop their kids with us in the morning, come back for them later in the day. security is guaranteed. On the 1st of January, we are going to round it all up by bringing in the SSG to the state government in the person of Barrister Taiwo Adeolua. That day happens to be his birthday, and he has decided to spend it with the children. What can be better than that? So we're inviting parents, schools, just bring the children, just keep bringing them. It's going to be so much fun, and we hope to see you all there.
NTA Parking. These are two well-known brands. NTA is a national brand in Nigeria. Parking by Radisson Abeokuta is an international brand. So people should expect something worthwhile, something of international standard.
From NTA Parking Show, Christmas Fun Fair. It's gonna be fun. You know, this year, 2018, is gonna be nice.
Hello kids, I'd like you guys to come and have fun with me.
The 2018 NTA Parking by Radisson Christmas Family Fun Fair commences from Thursday, 6th December to 4th January 2019.
Did you take note of the Spider-Man? Late Stan Lee actually missed a character. They had fun. At a time when the slogan is made in Niger, the textile and fashion industry now faces the challenges of innovations for many budding entrepreneurs. But not Yeside Laguda, who has joined the campaign in promoting made in Nigeria products. This was demonstrated at the opening of a new outfit of our fashion store, My Lifestyle in Lekki area of Lagos. Ruth Ario Samuel reports.
Yesterday, a graduate of industrial chemistry who has been in the fashion business for the past 15 years now has decided to use her talent to promote the Nigerian textile, popularly known as Adire.
Thing with the locally made ones is, we've increased it. We've increased production, and we've started doing a lot of Adire, which is locally produced. So from table to table, from B to B, it's produced in Nigeria.
It was a display of creativity which kept friends, family, and well-wishers asking for more as they searched the various hangars in a bid to satisfy their hunger for their peculiar fashion tastes. What caught the attention of many was the colorful section for children, a new touch added to the fashion line. In the words of the wife of the Minister of Information and Culture, Adeoti Lai Mohammed, Yeside's mother.
I asked her why she had done so. I said, I see the young mommies, young ladies traveling outside the country. She wants to discourage them. She wants them to buy some of the things made in Nigeria.
MyQ Lifestyle is a fashion and lifestyle company with a mission to contribute to the economy by fusing creativity and profitability while continuously looking for ways to change the African narrative through fashion and lifestyle products.
The corporate world was agog with activities across the country during the week. We will highlight what some of them did to promote themselves as the best. Stay on the line, we'll be right back.
Now from day one, Globe makes life easier. They brought us per second billing, unbelievable data packages, and even an optic fiber cable to make sure we optimize. There are two things in our lives we depend on daily: communication and information, voice and data. Whether you sell, buy, learn, teach, serve, or lead, it really comes down to those two things: voice or data. Today's world is all about you. You want what you want, how you want it, and Glow delivers. The freedom to use voice and data the way you like on every recharge. Easy.
Glow Yakata. Recharge 100 Naira and get 2,200 Naira. Minimum 500 Naira to call all networks and 10 friends and family. Plus all the data you need. Up to 6 gigabytes. Buy a Glow SIM or dial *220# to migrate. Glow, Grandmasters of Data.
My name na Chichi, and my husband they call me Chi Baby. Now why I dey use Erisco tomato paste wey be 100% natural tomato they cook? You go come hear my husband they call me Asam Pete.
Now me be tell you jare, my canteen no get rival for Ibadan. My customers no dey take my food joke yo. Hey, them don confirm am say real Jiko 100% natural tomato paste. They make food sweet, not be small. That now why my customers they call me Olowo Shibi. Name na like me, my family they happy anytime food don ready because they know say na Jiko 100% natural tomato paste good for body. That now why allergy they call me yarinyana. Wallahi na son ki fa. Erisco with Jiko and Jiko tomato paste now made in Nigeria by Erisco Foods Limited. Then day for market for inside tin and sachets.
Activate your life, be who you want to be. Yeah, yeah. Time to get active. Yes, the time is now. Now, now, now. Come on, get active. Oh, yeah. Yes, you can do it if you try.
Start an active life with the power of vegetables and fruits. Chivita Active. Be active. Do more.
Come on. Keep up with me. Let's go.
I'ma keep winning till the world stops spinning. I'ma keep winning till the world stops. I'ma keep winning till the world stops spinning. Independent women, come on, now let's get it. I'ma keep winning till the world stops spinning.
New styles from Darling. Find your beautiful.
It's an African one.
This festive season, there's no place like home. Get a GoTV decoder and GoTenna and 1 month of GoTV Max subscription for only 6,900 Naira. GoTV. Live it, love it.
Want to know what's coming, guys? The free beach ball! I guess I'd better start again. Oh, here we go, everybody. Free beach ball! Yes, guys, there's a free beach ball in every carton of Capri Sun. Get a carton, get a ball. It's time to play some more. Way!
Capri Sun. The taste of fun. House of Cheese.
The Aerial Assurance Challenge.
Oh, thank you. But what assurance can you give our daughter?
Everything. With the new look Ariel, I can even do the laundry.
Prove it then.
Okay. Let's make this stain even tougher. Now, let's wash the cloth. With your detergent and with new look Ariel. Do you believe me now?
Ariel, now in a new look pack.
There is a reason Africa is called the new frontier. What was once potential is now an opportunity ready to be seized. Once revered for our resources, today's wealth lies in our people. People who build the cities that shape the future. People who know an idea in one place means business in another. A generation for whom technology means there are no borders, no boundaries. We are the new lions in a brave new world, kings of the urban jungle. And there's a bank that puts the world in our pocket and the future in our hands. UBA, Africa's global bank.
It's still Newsline. Thanks for staying with us. Internally displaced persons in Adamawa and Yobe states have received relief materials from NNPC and Belema Oil Port Harcourt. The donation is part of short-term program of intervention which will last 5 years. Representatives of the donor companies also paid a courtesy visit on the Deputy Governor of Yobe State, where they appealed for a piece of land for the construction of free housing units for the settlements of the IDPs.
More than 1,000 displaced persons in different settlements in Yola, Adamawa State in the northeast Nigeria have faced disruption as a result of insurgency. Normalcy is gradually returning as some of them have been able to acquire skills through government and non-governmental commitments. The latest intervention is this donation of relief materials, which comprises of various food items as well as medical supplies to the IDP camps by the Nigerian National Petroleum Corporation and Belima Oil Limited to be distributed to 4 IDP camps. The gesture, a joint venture, is part of Belima Oil's corporate social responsibility.
Fulfilling the promises, we are here today with Belema Oil Company, our JV partners, to donate some relief materials, which is part of the initial commitment we are giving to IDP projects.
And the company coming in to assist them, to touch their life. It's a great thing to this land, and the entire state is so grateful.
Under their long-term plan, which is to build housing units for the resettlement of the displaced persons, Belema Oil Limited manager, External Relations Samuel Ebejumbo, requested for land from the Adamawa State government to enable the company provide shelter for the internally displaced persons, being one of the basic needs of man.
We are here as Nigerians. Whatever we're doing as Nigerians, as an indigenous oil producing company, as not indigenous to Niger Delta alone, not indigenous to River State alone, but indigenous to Nigeria.
The support of Belema Oil as it comes in now, you can see their relief. May God bless them.
Since children are the future, the company emphasized that human dignity has to be protected and upheld, as getting the displaced children back into normal classroom is also a priority.
Making life meaningful and giving hope to the less privileged should be everyone's business. To whom much is given, much is expected. This is the story of the bond relationship between Energia and Oando joint venture and host communities in Undokwa Land, Delta State. This mutual trust and understanding has given birth to sustained infrastructure projects aimed at improving the lives of the affected communities. Austin Edemudu witnessed the inauguration of some of these projects, ranging from roads to health centers.
Moments of joy and excitement fill the air as both the young and the old in Obudugua community welcome the entourage of Energia Oando joint ventures. The major attraction is this befitting palace of the Opaluku and another for the Ada of the community, built by the joint venture for inauguration. The joint venture, in fulfillment of its memorandum of understanding, built this housing estate with all the basic amenities in place.
Since when we there for this Oborogwa, we never see this thing. As we see it now, we like them. Everybody they happy.
The construction of 7-kilometer Bendo Ashaka Road with Benue facilities and other link roads in Ndokwa West and East has eased transportation challenges for these agrarian communities, as attested to by these elderly women.
See, fine, go help us, very fine.
Providing these vulnerable children with quality and accessible healthcare facilities informed the construction of this healthcare center by the joint venture.
And as you can see for yourself, there are good access routes, ultra-modern markets.
In terms of security, the state government sees that there is a peaceful environment for the company to operate.
For the operators, the successful management of the 2 billion naira community trust fund spent on 35 infrastructural projects is a mark of good things to come for the host communities.
We are shifting slightly away from infrastructure to actually capacity building for women and youth.
Our mantra is based on powers, which is partnership, ownership, win-win, empowerment, respect for the community's sustainable development.
The implementation of the MOU based on mutual agreement on the initiation and implementation of projects has brought meaningful and measurable development to the communities.
As this mutual relationship between the joint ventures and the host communities continue to yield fruits, both sides have expressed optimism to stick to the Memorandum of Understanding to ensure lasting peace and development in the area.
For multinationals, giving back to your host community is important. It facilitates development and strengthens your support system. Customers, regulators, shareholders, and business associates of Fidelity Bank PLC rolled out the drums recently to celebrate the success story of the bank in the last 1 decade. It was to mark the end of the year activity of the bank that keeps to its word. Ime Udori, who compiled this report, says the event, which took place in Lagos, was that of glitz and glamour. Take a look. That was Sharon, a beneficiary of Fidelity Bank's scholarship program. A few months back, a dream of going to the university was bleak. Today, that hope is rekindled, thanks to Fidelity Bank PLC. Sharon was spotted in a CNN report for her ingenuity at developing a digital solution to aid a fisherman father at the indigent Makoko fishing community in Lagos selling his fish. Fidelity Bank has undertaken many other CSR projects in the past in the areas of health, education, environment, and youth empowerment. It is in recognition of all of these achievements that friends and associates of the bank are gathered in this auditorium to identify with it for pushing the envelope on corporate sustainability and social responsibility, known as the Fidelity Helping Hands Program. These Ibadan-based explicit dancers, all orphans, received a donation of 1.5 million naira.
On behalf of the board and management of Fidelity Bank, this is for the behalf of $1,500,000 naira.
In celebration of its achievements, the Chief Executive Officer of the bank, Nnamdi Okonkwo, could not deny the bank's steady progress in all of its various projects undertaken.
We were very excited that we are closing the first year of our 5-year strategic plan, and the numbers and the results are panning out just the way we planned. And so we thank all of you here.
Fidelity Bank owes its growing reputation on financial performance and customer services to its committed workforce. That explains why some of them were honored. Guests were entertained with music and comedy by Nigeria's finest artists. 10 years worth celebrating. Congratulations. Youths, we all know, are the hope for continuity of humanity. This is why they need proper guidance. Now, this guidance is not only the responsibility of parents, but all and sundry, which is why Total Upstream Nigeria Limited organized an awareness campaign on HIV for students of secondary school across Lagos Metropolis. Hingino John Adams tells us more.
Oh my dear young ones, I say zip up. Oh my dear young ones, I say zip up. If you don't want to contact HIV/AIDS, oh my dear young ones, I say zip up.
14-year-old Oko Chinonso has been enlisted in the campaign against the spread of HIV/AIDS, given the staggering statistics of 40 million people living with the virus globally. This is why Total Upstream Nigeria Limited, which has as its motto, committed to better energy, has taken its campaign to secondary schools to better the energy of youths towards understanding the ABC of HIV/AIDS and the need to take precaution. Dr. Charles Ngeribara represented the managing director, Mr. Nicholas Terras.
Talking to children, enlightening them about HIV/AIDS is a very key effort in the fight against HIV/AIDS. Children are the hope we have to completely eradicate this disease.
Beyond the campaign in schools, other strategic partners say adequate information about HIV/AIDS among the younger generation will prevent new cases.
To have an HIV-free generation, we need to attend to the young people, especially from age 10 to 24.
Information is key. When they are well informed, they'll be able to take an informed decision.
The most effective form of prevention is awareness. In view of this, it has become imperative for us to focus on its education as a tool to spread the awareness.
While the significance of the message was not lost on the students, they had fun. Total and its partners are committed to ensuring that the joy on the faces of these young ones is not snatched by the hand of HIV. That is why they donated these toolkits to the schools.
The youths remain the greatest assets of any nation. They cannot be ignored. So guiding them is critical to building a better future for them. Community development is a social responsibility that should be shared by members of every society without necessarily waiting for the government to do everything. The people of Ohamu in Benue State are living up to their expectations and being responsible citizens by intervening in areas where government's presence is absent. Every year, members of the community living in Abuja meet to decide on areas needing urgent attention. Momso Damon Dati would tell us the areas of interest this year.
Recalling just how it used to be way back at home. Catching up on long-lost time with friends, relatives and associates. For certain, the ambience indicates something serious. Then the breaking of the kola, a symbolic traditional ritual which set the ball rolling for business to begin. It is the gathering of the sons and daughters of Okamu in Ogbadibo local government area of Benue State with one common goal and vision, the development of their community.
Proud to be Orokamu.
Previous achievements recalled have been the building of a modern police station, building and furnishing of 3 blocks of classrooms, with distribution of free uniforms and books to orphans, to mention just a few. Now the scope of intervention is increasing to focus on health and education.
Our community's population is rapidly increasing and more people require intervention and support. The poverty rate among our people has drastically increased and government presence within the community has correspondingly decreased.
This was backed by a fundraising supported by friends and well-wishers of the community living in Abuja.
The people of this community have decided to do this. It means that they are thinking about home because they will always go back home.
God is sending us to go in and rescue Nigeria and rescue his people. Build capacity in terms of community development, in political development, even spiritual development.
I've seen so many people that I've not seen in ages.
As it has become the tradition in most events, the cutting of the cake was next, but only for the ladies. While the men did justice to the special one brought all the way from Benue and passed from one table to the other.
They are indeed patriotic Nigerians. What they lack is physical sight. They have more than enough in their senses. You will get to see the genius in some blind people when we return. I'm sure you don't want to miss that. Stay with us.
Hate speech is not a joke. It incites genocide and crimes against humanity. Most of Africa's civil wars are caused by hate speech from one tribe against another. We don't want it here. The Nigerian government stands firm against hate speech.
Under no conditions whatsoever should we tolerate or excuse or justify hate speech or hateful conduct of any kind, especially where such is illegal.
There's no doubt that the resurgent push for separatism, as well as the rising cases of ethnic and religious disharmony are all traceable to the growing phenomenon of hate speech.
One nation bound in freedom, peace and unity.
Nigeria, one nation, one people.
This is a public service announcement.
In Nigeria, there is one sound we need to silence. So let's silence toothache before it starts with Oral-B all-round protection. Its advanced technology helps prevent both tooth holes and gum problems that can lead to tooth loss. It strengthens your teeth, giving them all-round protection. Because the only sound we really want to hear is that of our future. For healthier, stronger teeth in 1 week.
Discover the all-new Nivea Nourishing Cocoa Lotion, specially formulated with Nivea's Deep Moisture Serum and Africa's natural cocoa for 48-hour deep moisture. Glowing, radiant skin with Nourishing Cocoa Lotion from Nivea. Now say goodbye to dry skin with great Nivea specials this Harmattan season.
Can your milk do this?
Can your milk do this? Mine can.
With Hollandia evaporated milk, your ice cream, custards, and variations of beverages taste pleasantly different. Hollandia evaporated milk. Life tastes different.
From the House of Cheese.
TV decoder and GoTenna, and 1 month of GoTV Max subscription for only 6,900 Naira. GoTV. Live it, love it.
And my local community. Before the advent of the Empower program, I didn't really have the initiative of starting the business like this. And as it is now, everybody around the community is interested to work with me because of the value addition that I've added into the business. I got some of this idea through the Empower tab, the tab that was given to us. The thing has really helped my local community. The most important thing is that it has really changed the mentality of the graduates in my community.
The Honorable Minister of Information and Culture, Alhaji Lai Mohammed, cordially invites commissioners for information across the 36 states of the Federation, heads of public information organs, information managers, and other delegates to the 47th National Council on Information with the theme Tackling Fake News and Hate Speech to Enhance Peace and National Unity. Date 11th to 13th December 2018. Arrival and registration of delegates starts by 10 a.m. on Monday, 10th December 2018. Venue, Umaru Musa Yar'Adua Hall, Murtala Mohammed Square, Kaduna. Special guest of honor, Malam Nasiru El-Rufai, Executive Governor of Kaduna State. Deaconess Grace Isugekbe, Permanent Secretary, Federal Ministry of Information and Culture, announced.
Competition does not build character. It reveals it. Over 180 million hearts responding to one culture. Winning. A people eager to triumph today, tomorrow, for posterity. The 19th National Sports Festival, World Series Edition. Celebrating our triumphs every day. Because this is who we are. Champions. The National Sports Festival, operated and managed by the National Sports Festival Marketing and Management Company Limited, a joint venture company of Greenfield Assets Limited and Federal Ministry of Youth and Sports Development. Remembering our sporting greats, always.
Glad to have you back. There are those who believe that one with God is a majority. Call it a cliche if you like, but there's no denying the fact, especially when a witness sums it all up in a book. Yes, a book, a personal memoir titled But for God. Joseph Johnson was at the book presentation, and he says the author is a man who wears different hats.
But for God reflects the life journey of this man, Dr. Thomas Adaba, whose love for God, his family, humanity and hard work have endeared him to many and of course earned him laurels. Though he Etoehi of Ebiralan, a teacher, media guru and a doting family man are just a few of the accolades expressed by many here. With 17 chapters and 521 pages, the memoir teaches about one man's disposition towards life, coping with adversities and managing disappointments. Some beneficiaries of Dr. Adaba's tutelage were present, including Director General NTA, Yakubu Ibn Muhammad.
He was the first principal of NTA Television College, and when the National Broadcasting Commission was set up, he was the first Director General. And when I joined NTA just immediately after my NYSC, it was under his tutelage that people like me, cut our broadcasting teeth. So for me, Tom Adaba is a trailblazer.
The title captures the man, a man of faith. It is time for us to reflect on our relationship with our God. Everybody is struggling to make money, to make wealth. Nobody will take anything back.
The book is relevant for all Nigerians.
Thank God for his life. Thank God for all that God is using him to do.
I looked at my life. I looked at all that I passed through. And there isn't any single thread of it that was not handled by God for me. But for him, I wouldn't have been what I am.
Also bringing to the fore corruption issues in the country and how to manage crisis, Dr. Tom Adaba has again amplified his strides by passing on a message that will not only outlive him, but also serve as a reference for generations yet unborn.
That book is a must read because it cuts across. We are not done with you yet. Let's take our last break. We'll be right back. Stay on the line.
This is the new Chelsea London Dry Gin 75cl gift pack. Isn't it amazing? Chelsea London Dry Gin didn't leave it at that. It has a new look and feel across board. And this is the 37.5 cl with a brand new label and cap to round up a true work of art. Introducing new elegant 18 cl and 10 cl bottles and a new stylish 3 cl sachet. Chelsea London Dry Gin, laced with doses of berries to give the same crisp premium taste. A toast to Chelsea London Dry Gin.
We thank thee each morning for a newborn day.
With gratitude to God, we announce the passing of our beloved mother, grandmother, great-grandmother, and sister, Madam Comfort Onyehonem Nkonyekeri Onyipe, aged age 89 years. Burial arrangement, Wednesday, December 12, 2018, Requiem Mass at St. Charles Borromeo Catholic Church, 1004 Housing Estate, Victoria Island, Lagos, time 5 p.m. Thursday, December 13, 2018, service of songs at St. John the Baptist Catholic Church, Old Lagos Asaba Road, Agbo, Delta State. Friday, December 14, 2018, funeral mass at St. John the Baptist Catholic Church, Old Lagos Asaba Road, Agbo, Delta State, time 10 a.m. Interment and reception follows immediately after mass. May the soul of Mama Comfort Onipe and the souls of all the faithful departed, through the mercy of God, rest in peace. Amen. Announcer, the family.
And this is where we close our book of many stories tonight. Thank you so much for watching. And just so you know, someone just walked into the studio quietly. He's a king of comedy, Ali Baba. Ali Baba, it's nice to see you. I'm good.
Okay, how was your week?
Fine.
Okay,
I had a
so
great week.
We're ready. Tonight, I want to give out all the gifts that we have in the studio. Some of the gifts are more than nearly a year old, so we're giving everything in the season of Christmas.
Seriously?
Yes, we are.
A year old?
Some of them.
Some of them. All right, thank you so much for watching Newsline. Good night.